Hello and welcome to the making of Cleaning Up and Moving In by Scrappy Builds. I'm Scrappy Builds. Here you see me with my Place Anywhere post. Couldn't do any of this without that, of course. And the video's about to jump. There it goes.
Thank you.
So,
it's like I can finally think straight.
I wanted to show you some of the pieces I took out of this settlement, just to line the inside of the walls. Here's the closet trick. You see when I hover back and forth, it says open and closed. So I've just got two doors in here. One opens and one closes to create the illusion. Here's how the stairs are done. This is just the corner of the same floor pieces that I've used on the floor here. And that's just a wire glitch to suspend that floor. This is a water puddle from Fallout 4 Guy Requested Parts by Toys Out the Pram. The water heater here is just a few parts from CVA pipe section. And as you see, that pipe doesn't have any texture behind it, but I didn't bother filling it in or anything because obviously you couldn't see that during the tour. This is from Fallout 4 Guy Requested Parts, the Machinist section, I believe. This here is a vault pilster just flipped around the wrong way. Here's how the conduits are done, or the light switches, just tilted conduits. And this box is from Fallout 4 Guy Requested Parts. I wanted to make it look like the Abraxo spilled, so I tilted some towels in there. And the trash can, which you barely saw, I'm sure, but it's just some tilted junk made static and put in the top of the trash can. Of course, you don't want to fill up the trash can because no one's ever going to see it and it'll eat up your frame rate. Same with that box and this here shopping basket. And then that window, so I just made that, as you see, from a doorway and a couple of assembled wall pieces. Kind of the same thing with this shower here. It's broken windows from Fallout 4 Guy Requested Parts and just kind of stacked on top of each other. Here we have the bed, which I used with tilted flags from, I think these are from CVA. Yeah. And just tilted them, doubled them up. This thing, the light was on, and I can't turn that off. And so I just tilted it so you couldn't see it. This is all conduit, just tilted on various axes. And a hook from Fallout 4 Guys Requested Parts in the Wordy Purdy section. So I'm just going to go through and scrap a bunch of stuff. I actually did this build in reverse. I like cluttered it up first and then recorded that bit, and then took it all apart and recorded the clean version. Obviously, I should have done it in the reverse order. So here's some of the grime. To do that, I just what you see me selecting now. That's I'll see in a moment. This giant Abraxo sign. This is from CVA. So there's two of those. This is the back of the shop. Well, right here we're in the void. Just wanted to give you a peek of that. You see there's a tilted board for the sauna seat. And then here's the back of the shower. I just used that espresso machine for the handle, and then this, yeah, you saw it. So we're gonna clean some stuff up, get rid of all this mess. Those are tilted tables, I believe, from Creation Club. And I just rebuild this thing so that in the second tour, it looks like the sauna is in use. And in my head cannon, you can see I've got the distress pulsar in there, and it's blinking. In my head cannon, there's like still some latent power in this apartment, which hopefully, if I ever make part 3, which I'm kind of dreading, to be honest. So if I do, it'll be a while, but yeah, in my head cannon, kind of the player will kind of discover this latent power and utilize it somehow. So I'm just kind of going through, and my player's fixing everything up, you know, like all the, mostly it's doors, like hanging doors, just rehanging, like that fridge over there and stuff. And oops. Yeah. So obviously I had to reload a save. Because that was one of the original buildings Bethesda had put in there, so I accidentally deleted that. I had to reload the save, redo some work. Here's how this thing was done. Obviously all this stuff was here, I just kind of rearranged it a little bit with Scrap That Settlement. See, I tore a piece off from up there. Took the other one of these things and just tilted it to make that stuff fit and hide that there. So this is something I'll do. You know, in the original build, I wanted a lot of the stuff in the build to stay in the build, but kind of get rearranged. So in between the two acts, like I took everything that was in the in the apartment to begin with, and I tried to either kind of repurpose it or put it somewhere different to make it look as if, you know, the player had discovered it and kind of like been through this place and lived in this apartment for a couple of weeks. So here's the section where I designed the little suicide scene. I wasn't sure how to get blood effectively. I killed Sheffield a couple of times. That didn't go too well. Lots of mammals and critters were hurt in the making of this film, as you see. And these guys just don't produce enough blood, unfortunately. And when they're dead, they produce none. Tried a rat, and his blood kind of went on the wrong trajectory. That didn't look right. And I got wise and decided to spawn in some NPCs. That didn't go too swell. I think a couple of them killed me. At the end of this one, it was just a pure blood path, as you see. Didn't look right. And then finally, I did get wise, spawned this guy in, shanked him up a couple of times, and then just scrapped him before he got pissed. Yeah, and then just a couple of shotgun blasts to the wall, and the scene was complete. This character is a melee and explosives character, so it's kind of rare for them to use a weapon. That skeleton, when you try and make that thing static, it kind of like tweaks out. It was like glitching through the floor and everything, so I had to just kind of place him just how I wanted him, leave him in place. Like as soon as this was done, I saved it, got that footage as quick as possible, because this blood and the shotgun blasts will disappear, and the skeleton will like get all out of alignment and stuff. So that's what I did. If you have any questions about how anything was done, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.